So guess what? But as a coach, I think it helps us as fighters, seeing the strengths that we have.
You know, I was brought up from one of my coaches to recognize difference in people. So I don't look for the same thing that a typical coach would look for. I don't look for you to come in every week and
Take up space.
take up space.
Take up space. Nope. So guess what?
What?
It was my birthday. My birthday was this past weekend, and I celebrated with the people that I wanted to celebrate with.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, you're not part of it. He was part of it. You were not invited, but
I wasn't.
he wasn't invited. You know, we talked about the pressure part. Like, I was putting a lot of pressure with the family and not being what they wanted me to be. Now that I have control, I have taken control of my life and what I want to focus on, it felt so good to be with the people that I wanted to be. And it felt really, really good knowing that I took control. Like he said, I didn't invite him, but I don't have to because he's part of the family. He knows that he doesn't have to be invited to things because he's automatically invited. And teach yourself. Why are you gonna be like that? I mean, you didn't drive.
didn't drive.
See, he didn't drive, but still, you know, I wanted to be with the people that I wanted to be with. So I'm 1 week and a half away from fighting, and I was looking back at the video when we were both talking before the black belt, and for whatever reason, I feel more calm this time around that I'm about to fight in front of a lot of people essentially than the black belt test. And I think it's because my mindset has changed. Mm-hmm. And I have you right here because I wanted to ask you. I can see one thing from my training, and I'm really good at putting that pressure on myself, and I'm really good at criticizing and seeing the bad on the things that I do with my training and outside. But then it's always good to have someone on the outside with a different perspective to call me out on even on the good things and on the bad things that I do. And not necessarily bad, but on the things that I have improved on. Sometimes I don't see that with myself. I'm not saying that is your duty, but as a coach, I think it helps us as fighters, seeing the strengths that we have in order for us to continue to do that and to like be the best fighters that we can.
Yeah.
From the beginning of my training, after we talked, after the injury, and then you asked me how my arm was doing, and then you asked me if I wanted to fight, mm-hmm. and then I agreed. And then from that moment on, we made that agreement that I was gonna go full on and I was gonna stop drinking. See? Okay, my bad.
You actually did.
Yeah, I actually did. I stopped drinking.
So therefore, I've stopped drinking as well. Thanks a lot. I stopped drinking.
So I've been doing a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah.
But from a coach's standpoint, what have you seen me change from the time that we talked about the fight happening until now?
You know, I was brought up from one of my coaches to recognize difference in people. So I don't look for the same thing that a typical coach would look for. I don't look for you to come in every week and to just beat up everybody. That's not what I'm looking for when I look for improvement, or if I look for, all right, this person's ready. What I look for is the ability to make the sacrifices that you're talking about. You know, the things that I've seen you do, and I'm lucky enough to be able to see you after this, outside of the gym and everything, and seeing the sacrifices that you made to, you know, not that you were drinking all the time, it's not like you're an alcoholic, but to give, especially in the time that you just graduated, you just had your birthday, and to be able to not only refrain from having even just one celebration shot. You know, your dad's down in Mexico, we had him on FaceTime for your graduation. Carla, myself, and him took a shot, and you took a shot of water. You know, so even an opportunity like that, to spend that time with your dad, you still did what you had to do. Not just to make improvements, because one shot of tequila is not gonna completely deter you, but it's the discipline that you're setting for yourself. You know, and I look for things like that when I look at fighters. I look at things like your demeanor before, during, and after sparring. Yep. Your demeanor gets more and more confident with each round. Those are the things that I'm looking for. You know, I don't expect you to beat up everybody. You know, there's people that are bigger than you, people that have more experience than you. I'm just looking for 5% better every time. You know, and the confidence thing, it's one thing to have it. It's another thing to keep it. You know, so you come in, not every round is going to be a great round. You know, you're working on things. Your training partners get to see your strengths and your weaknesses. So every week that they come in, they're going to push you a little bit harder. So they might try to catch you at your weakness or know your strengths. So prepare for that. You know, so it's your ability to work around those things and adapt to the adaptation that your training partners have. You know, and that's something that you're able to build in your training. And that's something that you're going to have less time during the fight, but possibly not even have to do it, because the goal is to make your strength so strong that the other person's not going to be able to stop it. Your opponent won't be able to stop it. You know, and she's not expecting anything out of you. Your training partners have a bit of an idea of what you're trying to do. They know what the goal is.
Yeah.
So they might be able to kind of prepare for that and stop it a little bit. You don't let that stop you though. And that's been what you've been doing for the graduation, for your birthday. You haven't let people stop you from being you. You haven't stopped anybody tell you that you have to do this or you have to celebrate like this. You took that control to do it, and that's what you're gonna do with this fight.
This is my comeback, my fight. And that was the goal. That's what I wanted to do. Once we talked and we said, okay, you're gonna fight, you have to think selfish, you have to be it. And you always stress that in your social media, you stress that with your training, with whoever you talk to, you do the same thing. Like, you are the same person every time with everybody. So I'm lucky enough to see that. So it's not new to me anymore to see somebody who's themselves all the time. And I have that with my dad too, and that's the thing. Talking to you guys, like, it's helping me be more confident in myself, because I can say that if I want to do something, I can do it. And I've showed it to myself. I don't do it for you. I don't do it for anybody. I do these sacrifices for myself because I know that I can. And if I stopped myself from drinking, it was because I was gonna challenge myself to do this so that I can also prove to myself that, yeah, I can fucking do this too. Like, when it comes to the training, like, I know not all of the sessions that I have, they're like the easiest, and I know that I don't have the bestest of attitudes because I still beat myself up for it. But then what's helping me is like talking about it afterwards and seeing what is it exactly that's stopping me. And it's like, I just always know that you're always gonna challenge me in the rounds. And then after each round, it's like, I feel like I'm improving with one, and then after the round that's over, I get a new person who's putting me in the same spot that I did not want to be in.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, this is how you deal with adversity. It's how you deal with being discomfort, like being uncomfortable. And that's why I also wanted to do the drinking part. Well, the stopping of drinking, because I wanted to make myself uncomfortable. Because it's like, I see my friends, I see you guys drink.
Why is it so cutey?
Forgot to condition it today.
Yeah.
Bruh. Condition every day. Even if you don't shampoo it, pull this off. No, guys, you pull this off. Hey. Pull this off.
Hey. No, like a good amount of like. Well,
reason for my drinking.
Yeah, but like I see, no, like I see you guys drink, but it's like, I know I can still have fun.
Yeah.
And we did say that in my fight, I wanted to have fun. And I'm uncomfortable in the fight. I'm uncomfortable being watched by the guys. I'm uncomfortable being put on the spot. But then this is how I feel like I'm overcoming that. You know, so I'm really grateful.
And every week I see that in your rounds, because like you do these rounds with fresh people each round, but you get better with each round.
Well, that's good.
And it's because it's not a physical thing. It's just almost getting used to being uncomfortable sparring again. You know you're gonna go in there. You know you're gonna get it. You know because of who you are here at the gym. Like, people are gonna push you. People are gonna make sure that you're ready for it. And that's why I choose the people that I choose every week. I get an idea. We get to talk on the way here, so I can kind of see where your mind's at.
Yeah.
And then that's when I kind of start formulating, all right, let's see who shows up tonight. And then I start putting the rounds together. And then I always get my stuff on just in case we need an extra round. And by the time we get to that extra round, I know you're physically tired. And I know I'm the fresh person in the room because everybody's training. And I'm walking around teaching and coaching everybody. So I'm the freshest guy in the room, and you're at your most tired. But that's when I try to, whatever is going on in your head, I try to read your mind every round to see where you're at. And I try to make sure that you understand that your mind is going to get through whatever you just put it in the right spot. So that's why sometimes that extra round, it could be really annoying for you. And sometimes it just feels like dead weight on top of you, because that's what I'm doing. And sometimes it gets annoying because I'm just sticking my hand in your face. I'm not punching you hard, but I'm just basically pushing you from the face and to let you overcome that emotion. So by the time the fight comes, you're emotionless. Your body will know what to do. Your mind knows where to go. Your hand gets raised at the end.